I just want to say this has been an incredibly eye-opening experience to see how we could come together and overcome seemingly impossible circumstances, arriving in a foreign city, distributed, unprepared for what immediately lay ahead of us, expecting something completely different, and yet pulling together, and to having day after day of action and demonstrating courage on the streets. And I just want to say, well, we've had a victory in the media, we've done a lot for the people of Gaza here. One of the important things that has happened that we all know is the networking that has been going on and meeting each other from all over the world. And so I just want to reaffirm that we have to keep this momentum and we have to stay in touch. We have to see how we can move forward together and network from around the world.
Just to elaborate on that proposal, I just want to remind you that it means that your delegations, if you haven't already chosen delegates to come at 9 o'clock, you need to be doing that. Next person.
So they want non-American voices to get Canadians here. Canadians. Non-American voices have been requested, and especially if somebody wants to come over here.
One of the hardest things for me, une des choses que j'ai appréciées particulièrement ici, c'est d'être assis dans la rue avec des gens, des Canadiens, des Canadiennes, de la génération de mes parents, de ma génération et de la génération de mes enfants. One of the things I appreciate particularly about this is that among the Canadian delegation, I sat in the street and locked arms with Canadians of my parents' generation. Some of them had already been arrested with my parents in other places. Of my generation and of my children's generation. A lot of you have suffered through listening to me as I lose my voice during the week, so I'm going to pass this to Parte from the next generation of Canadian leadership and activists on this issue. Parte, please, has a concrete proposal.
We have great minds here, and it just proves that when we put our minds together, we can accomplish anything. And as this has mentioned, we can move governments, and we can also change minds and open hearts. So, for those of you who are staying here for a couple other days here in Egypt, a couple extra days, and remain active, I say that we get together tomorrow at 9 a.m. at the Lotus Hotel to discuss what we can do to further change more minds and more hearts and more government.
Repeat
it and give a backup in case we get blocked. Repeat it and give a backup in case we get blocked. Lotus at 9 o'clock tomorrow. What's a backup in case we are blocked from going to the Lotus at 9 o'clock tomorrow?
Free Gaza Square.
Okay.
Here at 9:30?
That sounds good. Also, tomorrow 9 a.m. at the Lotus Hotel. If you get oppressed again, then I think here we can meet at right here at 9:30.
Free Gaza Square.
Yeah, Free Gaza Square. Yeah, so and I'll go ahead and I'll send an email out to everybody, so just to make sure everyone knows what we're doing. And I'll see you guys tomorrow at 9, hopefully. And we'll keep the movement going.
Yep.
I hear a yes, so come on over. We just have a moment. We have quiet for the people who are speaking because we can't have a meeting if everybody is having a different conversation. Thank you.
I expect to spend the Christmas break feeling alone and isolated in Washington, D.C., where I try to challenge U.S. politicians at this webpage. And I want to thank the organizers from the bottom of my heart, who I've had many, many disagreements with over the last several days, for making it possible for me to meet many, many many of you. So I want to thank the organizers very, very much from the bottom of my heart. I think it's very important that we continue some actions here. Many of us are staying longer, and I think that a primary target should be the U.S. Embassy. I feel hypocritical as an American protesting the Egyptian government when my own government is the one calling the shots. There were only 30 of us there a few days ago.
Right on.
Simone Bolivar Square is right outside the U.S. Embassy. I think we should do the U.S. Embassy. I recommend.
Come to the meeting tomorrow.
Yes, I'm planting the seeds for doing something starting at the meeting tomorrow. So putting the U.S. Embassy at the top of the agenda. Thank you.
Yeah, America. Right on.
Yeah.
Next is here, so here's the deal. We have one more speaker, and then our Italian comrades want to sing for us, and we want to have a song.
And we should have some French if they have a song.
And if you will have two songs, and I urge everybody to turn to the people around you and exchange your contact information, because that's a really good way to connect. So one more speaker, and we break into song, and then we can proceed to continuing the struggle.
I propose next year at this time to Gaza by land, from Bethlehem to Gaza, by sea from Cyprus to Gaza, and by air. That is my proposal, that we take advantage of this energy and organize in those three ways, by land, by sea, and by air. Thank you. We're going to get some Italian music.
Yes.
I want to remind you of an Irishman called Captain Boycott. Captain Boycott was a real man, and he was part of the British in Ireland, militaristic, arrogant, racist, part of a horrible occupation that killed 1 million people and drove my ancestors over to Scotland. Captain Boycott could not get his windows washed, could not get his horses cared for, could not get any service whatsoever, because the people in Ireland, in this vicinity, decided to give us a new verb, boycott. The man's name has become a verb. It's a non-violent, fantastically effective method of dealing with violent, racist, militaristic powers. Israel fits the bill. So let's hear some fantastic music. Remember yesterday when we were mosquitoes, and it's very difficult for even lions or elephants to control mosquitoes. Leave me one.
Wait, don't go! You're going to get a song! Wait, sit down! Pick up your trash. Take your trash with you.
Una mattina mi sono svegliato, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Una mattina mi sono svegliato e ho trovato l'invaso. Oh partigiano, portami via, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Partigiano, portami via, che mi sento di morire, e se io muoio da partigiano, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, 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 e se io muoio da partigiano, tu mi devi seppellire lassù in montagna, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, 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 seppellire lassù in montagna, sotto l'ombra di un bel fior, e dei genti che passeranno, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, 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 e dei genti che passeranno, mi diranno che nel fior, e questo è il fiore del partigiano, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao.